your vent's down here. Push and close. Yours is actually isn't open all the way, so you could open it some more.
1556 observation. Wind 110 at 09er.
Pull out this way a little bit.
Visibility 10. Few clouds 16,000. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 25. Dew point 11. Altimeter 3007. Pressure altitude -36. Expect visual approach runway 16. Departing runway 16. Taxiway Alpha between Charlie and Delta closed to aircraft wingspan greater than 200 feet. Hazardous weather information for the Northeast region available on highways or flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact you have information Romeo.
Alright, information Romeo. Portsmouth ground, RV 266, Victor Alpha, November Hannah's ready to taxi with Romeo.
RV 266, Victor Alpha, Portsmouth ground, runway 16, taxi via November Alpha Charlie, hold short of Alpha taxiway.
November Alpha Charlie, hold short of Alpha, RV 6 Victor Alpha. Alright, so this is November right here. This goes out to Alpha, which is end to end of the runway. And we're going to hold short of Alpha. The runway's so long that we don't need to use it all. You know, it's over 11,000 feet. We only need a couple hundred to take off. So we're going down to intersection Charlie, which gives us about 8,000 feet of runway. It's still more than enough. You steer the airplane on the ground with your feet. The pedals themselves move the vertical portion of the tail. It's called the rudder.
Yep.
And a lot of airplanes, the rudder pedals are connected to the nose wheel. This airplane's not. So you need to have sufficient speed in order to have turning ability, or you have to use the brakes. And the brakes are the white T's above the black pedals.
Yep.
And so those are differential braking. So you need to make a right turn, you hold the right brake. Make the left turn, hold the left brake. See how that works?
Yep.
That's the hardest part of this airplane.
But it's good in a way, right? Because you don't have the nose wheel connected, so if you're compensating for a crosswind and you forget,
right,
and you don't back off the rudder and your nose wheel is connected to it,
right,
you can get ugly once you
touch
exactly.
down. Right? Yeah, the nose will always be straight when the airplane touches down, which is nice.
After the port step, 125 Tango, Office Bravo, taxi to T.
Number 125 Tango, Portsmouth ground, taxi park via Alpha November.
Alpha to November to parking, 25 Tango, thank you.
RV6 Victor Alpha, just be advised there'll be an aircraft taxiing in November, give way to him, and then you can taxi to the runway.
Alright, copy that. Do you want me to pull left onto Alpha, and I can go on the south side, make a 180, and let him pass down November?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Alright, I'll do that. So we got an aircraft coming our opposite direction, so we got to go over here and let him pass. He's going in the direction we just came from.
Where's the windsock?
November 125 Tango, that aircraft in front of you.
There's one
holding short
down that way,
get, taxi in
and then
November.
there's another one in the back corner.
Yeah, thank you very much for the help.
They're kind of placed so that when you're taking off or landing, you can see it. There's another one over there on that barrier, and pretty much it.
Can you come across this airfield to see what the conditions are?
No, so you just listen. So that this frequency that we listened to before, that's the weather. Okay. So that'll have the wind conditions on.
Okay.
So it was 110 at 10. So a little out of the southeast.
You could do that with a non-powered
runway
if you want. check the...
So it depends on the airport. Like Skyhaven and Sanford, they both have weather. Even though they're uncontrolled, they both have weather that you can listen to. But like Hampton doesn't. So.
RV6 Victor Alpha, runway 16, taxi via Alpha Bravo, intersection departure.
Alpha Bravo 16, Victor Alpha, thanks.
Thanks for the help there.
Yeah, in that case where they don't have weather, you just overfly it, look at the windsock and see what it's favoring. That's what we got to do when we go into Hampton. A lot of uncontrolled airports don't have weather. We're just kind of fortunate that our two closest ones next to Hampton are do have it. So you can listen to it 10 miles out and start planning on the runway you're going to land from there. All right, now we don't have to go all the way down to Charlie. We can go right here to Bravo. That gives us a little over 4,000 feet of runway.
That's the same as Skyhaven?
Skyhaven's runway?
Yeah, Portsmouth Ground 683, Mike Tango's with you, looking to taxi to Port City.
I think they're like 48 or something, 45.
November 633, Mike Tango, Portsmouth Ground, taxi Port City via Alpha Quebec.
Alpha Quebec, 3 Mike Tango.
Into the wind. And we do this where the direction we do our run up. Alright, so everything is good. We're going to drop the canopy down. Now we're locked in. Check the fuel on. Check ignition's on. All our electric is on except for the landing light, which I'll turn on after the run up. Fuses are all good. They light up red when they blow. Choke is off, cabin heat's off, vents are open. We're going to check our controls, full deflection of the controls. Surfaces all move. Rudder moves. Bring it up to 4,000. Here's our RPM here. About 4,000 RPM, we're going to turn ignition A off. The engine has 2 ignition systems, we're just verifying each one. About each is a 70, 80 RPM drop, which is normal. Maximum is 300.
Those magnetos?
Yeah. And everything's in the green. Minimum fuel pressure is 2.2. We're at 4.6. Oil pressure is good. Oil temperature is good. Battery volts are rising, charging at 11 amps. 15 gallons of fuel. Everything's closed in green. Temperatures are all green. Trim is set out there. Landing light will go on, verify we have a drop, 9 amps instead of 11, back to idle, full idle, idle's in the green. Everything's good. Get it lined back up. Switch to tower.
Portsmouth Ground Cross 524. I don't know if we can get a VFR.
All right, you ready?
I guess so.
So I'll do the takeoff once we get up into the smooth air. Hopefully it's smooth. I'll pass it over to you. We're just going to kind of go straight out towards the coast, and then hang a right and follow the coast.
Okay.
All right. Portsmouth Tower, RV266 Victor Alpha, holding short 16 Bravo for a straight out departure to the coast.
RV266 Victor Alpha, Portsmouth Tower, runway 16 Bravo, wind 1109, clear for takeoff, straight out approved.
Clear for takeoff 16 Bravo, straight out approved, take your off, thanks.
You definitely speak fast.
Yeah. I've been doing this for quite a while.
They don't get annoyed when you have a student pilot and they're having to
No.
Hear it again?
No, so my student that just went up, that was his first solo. That was the first time he's ever been by himself. And they're actually extremely friendly when I give them a heads up that it's going to be a student pilot.
Good.
And they, they expect a little bit slower talking, a little bit not as clear. It's all cool with them, they don't mind. It's their job to deal with everybody. All right, so we're gonna feed in full throttle, verify instruments are all green, airspeed's alive. Wind is pretty much right down the runway, so we're going to have a nice short takeoff roll. I'm going to lift the nose right up.
277 Papa Delta, Portsmouth Tower, good afternoon.
Up we go.
Delta's on the ground on the Lansing helipad.
Everything's still in the green.
You would like to request to depart through your airspace
We're
transition.
shooting for about a 75 knot climb. Here's our speed here, here's our altitude here.
From the landing pad at pilot zone risk, no observed traffic in that area. The Portsmouth altimeter is 3007, transition approved.
Departing at our own risk, transition approved, 7 Papa Delta.
On a warm day like this, you get more thermals?
Yeah, oh yeah.
With it's, no overcast, so you're getting all that.
Yes, that's why I choose to go like out to the coast, because if you're over the water, you're less likely to feel the thermals.
Okay. That's good.
But you'll definitely feel them. It almost feel like you're getting pushed from behind, like up from behind.
I suppose that's better than
going down, yeah. You will get like the sinking feeling when you come out of the thermal, but that's just because you were going up so quick. All right, so if you look at my hand, you fly the airplane very, very small movements.
Okay.
It responds very quickly, and it doesn't take a whole lot to do what you want it to do. So go ahead and take it with your left hand.
left hand.
Yeah, because your right hand's the throttle hand.
Okay.
All right, and it's all yours. Put your feet up on the pedals. And we're just going to climb straight out to the coast. Once you hit the coast, we're going to make a right turn.
I shouldn't be pulling or pushing on it, right?
Nope. So if you wanted to, so if you see right here, the ball is slightly right, give it a little bit of right rudder, just a little bit.
Right rudder.
Right rudder, and that ball will swing over. But level the wings at the same time. So go a little bit to the left with the stick. There you go.
That's the yaw?
Yep, that's yaw. And that's because of the way the engine turns and creates its thrust. It always wants to go left.
Yep.
And we'll go up to 1,800 feet. Right now we're passing through 16, so we got 200 to go.
Just back off the throttle and
yep.
to maintain your...
I can start dropping the nose down.
Tower, helicopter 442 Bravo Delta is 8 to the east, inbound for downtown.
And you just make fine-tune adjustments to hold 1,800 feet. So this number over here,
42 Bravo
that's
Delta,
your rate of climb or descent.
Okay.
That's over the span of a minute. So it's 400 feet a minute, 350 a minute.
Do you use your elevator or do you stick to your throttle on that?
Use the elevator.
November 6th, Mr. Alpha, figure change approved, your discretion, see ya.
Figure change approved, talk to you in a bit. Alright, so this power setting that I have us at right now is going to keep us right around 85, 90 knots. So that's where we're at right now. And we're going to south heading 174 degrees. It's actually smooth up here. I'm surprised there's not more thermals. Maybe later in the day. And what you can do is just go ahead and make that right turn now. Put the coastline off your left side.
Tower, Kronos 524, holding short 16 Charlie, ready for departure.
Perfect.
Kronos 524, Portsmouth Tower, good afternoon, runway 16 at Charlie, wind 140 at 9, are cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff 16, Kronos 524.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
Not too scary.
No, it's just getting used to the controls. You can read about it as much as you want.
Yep.
It just, until you get your hands on it, you don't.
Right. So you can also do, go ahead and let go of the stick. So it's pretty level, but it wants to go slightly up. So you can press trim down, and that'll drop the nose a little bit. So go ahead and let go of it. So that's a little bit more level now. So you don't need to do as much to keep it at level.
7 Papa Delta, request frequency change.
November 7 Papa Delta, frequency change proofs, yeah. Cross 524, contact Boston, departure 2505, yeah.
Alright, Clear Cross 524, good day.
There's Hampton Airfield right off the right wing there.
Past it.
Pretty small. Compared to Portsmouth anyways.
Yeah, it's 2,000 something.
Yep. We got a busy Hampton Beach right off the nose.
That bump, is that the thermals there that we're feeling, the bumps there? Or?
It might be, or it might be wind. Those are so little that you can't really tell what it is. When you get hit with a thermal, it's very noticeable. Like you just are just getting kicked, you know, from the tail. It feels like you're just rising really quick.
Just because we're running perpendicular to the wind.
We're actually mostly directly into the wind right now.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, so the wind up here at altitude is not the same direction as it is on the surface.
Okay.
So on the surface is more of a sea breeze. This is more of a southwesterly wind. This is the wind direction right here.
Okay.
We're actually almost directly into the wind. There's Seabrook Power Plant up here. Go a little bit to the right. We got someone coming down the coast that's at our same altitude. He's on the screen here.
Oh, is that your, what do they call that? The
Traffic.
It's called TIS, Traffic Information System.
Okay, so that's not the new one that they have to have by 2020?
No, ADSB it is, yeah. Okay, I got him in sight now. We're going to be passing over top of him, it looks like. Coming right down here.
Oh, yeah. See. That'll give you, if as long as you have a transponder, that gives, oh, they have a transponder, it gives you a...
Yep, it'll tell us.
Still got to have your eyes open. Well, they all have to have it, right, by 2020?
Correct, yep.
Jedi rollers on a downwind. You got us, Danny?
I don't got you yet, but I'm still about a mile south, so you guys will be flying ahead of me.
Okay, so now we're coming up on Salisbury Beach, just about to cross the border into Massachusetts.
Traffic, Lakeport Tri, 4 Alpha Charlie, leaving the area to the southeast.
Hampton traffic, light support is on the 45 for left downwind on the 20 Hampton.
Crosswind over the numbers of 24 with traffic down in sight. Down.
Darius, welcome to Hampton again. A long time, my friend.
So that's Newburyport.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Boston.
Okay, it'll be an hour or so. I got to go to Pease, get fuel, and hopefully I'll see you later.
Okay, buddy. Whenever.
This is Plum Island right in front of us. The Merrimack River.
Hampton traffic, light spot is left downwind, runway 20 at Hampton, full stop.
So when you hit the river, you can make a right turn. We're going to go towards Newburyport. We're going to make a circle around Newburyport. And then you'll see 95 a little bit further up off your right. You'll follow 95 back towards 101, and then 101 into Epping.
Down Romeo space 610.
Shannon, White Walkers, left down with 610.
Got any questions so far?
All aircraft in the Asperger's Airport. Parachute jumpers are in the air, 12,000 feet and below, 7 miles from south of Mason Harbor Airport, 3 miles to the north of the Crown Point Bridge over the Asperger's.
Just soaking it in?
Yeah, sensory overload right now. Your turn now?
Now you can go a little bit further.
Hampton traffic, light spot is turning left base for runway 20 at Hampton, full stop.
Alright, now you can turn.
How much rudder should I give it a?
Just a little bit. So whatever just keeps the ball centered. I don't really want you staring at the ball.
Okay.
But if you just give it a little bit of right rudder when you move the stick to the right, that should be enough.
Traffic, White Walkers getting ready to turn the left base.
The airplane flies pretty coordinated on its own, so it doesn't take a lot of input. We're coming up on Plum Island Airport, right down there on the left with all the tents in the grass. They're actually doing like an RC festival or something this weekend, so there's a bunch of RC airplanes. One's flying down the runway right now.
You have any problems with drones?
No, not having any issues. Yeah, you can kind of go make a right, follow the river a little bit, and when downtown's off your left, you can make a left turn, left 360 over downtown.
Going to use the grass to race?
Can I?
Oh yeah, left side grass is just beautiful between the blacktop and the cones.
Okay, let's go for it.
It saves rubber on the tires.
You have to reverse the rudder now because you get
very nice, my friend.
Across this, is that?
Yeah, so you can do a little bit of left rudder in your left turn.
Okay.
Yep. You can go and start the left turn now. Yep, so a little bit of left.
That was fun.
You like that?
Yeah, it's always different, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Darius, I'll see you later maybe.
Maybe.
That's actually a little bit too much, so take some of that out.
78
There you
Romeo,
go.
departing runway 20, a left turn out to Pease.
Orange traffic, Scott Everson, 2 minutes from 14,000 of Orange.
And Hampton traffic, the Skyhawk is holding on 20 for the Darius to cross.
Go ahead, Bill, you take off. I'll cross after you.
Okay, sounds good, my friend.
Beautiful day.
It is.
Chose a good day to come out.
Yeah, I lucked out.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be Thursday, and then it got canceled because of the wind.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was not a good day. I think I ended up flying once that day, and I was like, as soon as we took off, I instantly regretted it.
Hampton traffic, light supporters taxi to the end of runway 20 at Hampton.
It's really not too hot once you get up here. Temperature cools off a little bit and it flows right in. Of course, the shade helps a lot.
Hampton traffic, light supporters clear of runway 20, taxiing to the rest.
Chatham traffic 09 Romeo, entering the left crosswind.
Alright, so you can follow the river a little bit more and you can see 95 up there. We'll make a right turn, follow 95.
Quebec is 2 miles northwest of the field. Be setting up for a left downwind to runway 2. Have fun, fella.
Alright, you can start your right turn.
And Chatham traffic, Grumman, blue and white Grumman, 800 feet, departing to the northeast.
Hawthorne by the traffic, Cessna 53 Quebec, 1 mile west of the field, enter on the 45, left downwind runway 2. Hawthorne fella.
Alright, should be able to see traffic off our left side, 1,400 feet above us. Hey, I got them up there. Pretty much flying parallel with us, right off the left wing. A little bit higher than us. Beautiful days like today, you gotta watch out for everybody. Airplanes all over. As you can tell, we're not talking to anybody, so we're kind of on our, do our own thing.
When you have an opening.
Good time, here we go.
Thanks, Larry.
You got one landing on runway 14. Be advised, you got landing traffic on 14.
Roger, we'll wait.
Return final 6 points, full stop taxi back, balloon. Faithful traffic, Cherokee 3 Tangos, turning face to final 32 Mental.
A60 cloud runway 14, Palm Island.
Palm Island traffic, Orange Blue Cessna entering runway 10 for takeoff, Palm Island.
Yeah, Sammy, if you park out, put fuel in it. We haven't got any discoveries yet.
Okay.
Alright, a little bit further and you'll be able to see 101.
Yep.
See the Hampton tolls right down there.
3.033.
Just after that freshly paved pavement. Think you'll be able to find your house?
Possibly.
Yeah? Is it out in the open?
I know where it is relative to some landmarks.
Okay.
8 to the southeast, inbound landing 02.
Well, it's worth a shot.
Aerobatic practice today, right traffic? Question mark?
Plum Island traffic, Orange Blue Cessna, takeoff for runway 10, and we'll be departing to the south. Plum Island.
Air traffic, Met Flight 37 in the north, inbound for runway 6. London traffic, seaplane 033.
And there's Hampton Airfield again.
Traffic helicopter 4471 Golf.
An airplane just took off from Hampton there.
Transitioning over the highway, southbound on Hampton.
For the downwind of runway 21.
And I think I gotta make a left turn now and follow. Follow 101.
Falmouth Air Park traffic, this is experimental 54 Charlie Pop. We're about 5 miles to the north. We'll be making a midfield overhead crossing of for runway 25 for downwind. Any traffic at Falmouth Air Park, please report.
You see on the screen here all the different airplanes that are flying around.
Traffic auto
So I had you turn a little early because there's a helicopter coming down the highway this way.
95?
Yep. And there shouldn't be anyone that'll be a problem to us as we're flying down 101.
Hampton traffic, Turkey 221 Whiskey Alpha, left downwind, runway 20, just circling the airport.
Is this our airspeed here, or is that our ground speed?
That's your airspeed. So ground speed is the 103, 104 that's at the bottom of that. So see where it said GS? Right here? That's your ground speed.
Okay.
It's also listed up in this top right corner.
Falmouth Air Park traffic, experimental 54 Charlie Pop is turning downwind, runway 25.
Doing a great job flying the airplane nice and steady. Usually like the altitude's like all like crazy. You gained and lost a little bit, but you can't really feel it.
Hampton Air traffic helicopter 71 Golf, 2 miles west of the field, departing over the highway, southbound Hampton.
We'll be able to fly down the drag strip too. Do you live by that?
I'm on the opposite side of town.
Opposite side?
I'm on the west side of town.
Okay.
Just got the traffic, Skylane, about 7 miles to the... Got some traffic, Skylane, about 7 miles to the southwest. We'll be in...
Is that a plane way over there?
Where?
Traffic, Cherokee 30999.
Way over off the wing.
I don't see anything.
I just saw it glint, that's all.
It's probably just a reflection on the ground.
Okay.
There's nothing on the screen, I don't see anything.
People have been using 03 at Minuteman, but you can use whatever you want.
Very good. Cherokee, Minuteman traffic, Cherokee 9 about 3 miles to the northeast, landing 2 miles.
And traffic, Cherokee train station 2-1.
That's County Farm?
I'm not sure. Can't say I've ever really been to Epping. I'm not from this area, so I don't know I don't know this part of New Hampshire too well. I'm from Massachusetts. Here's the drag strip right here. That's right off our right side. Like a couple of motorcycles are racing at the moment.
And traffic, Cherokee turning final 2-1.
Is this thermals or?
Yeah, so these are thermals.
Wisconsin traffic, Skylane, left base. Wisconsin traffic, Skylane, left base, 47.
We have a Lowe's up here.
Hey, Mount Washington traffic,
Lowe's, Walmart.
Tango
Yep.
Juliet. We are 8 miles to the east and bound for landing. Any traffic, please advise Mount Washington.
Down traffic, Manitoba transitioning the shoreline, down.
And we're just about a mile in front of that. We'll be watching for you. We're descending out of 6,000. Okay, I got you in sight now. We're at your 3 o'clock. You're going eastbound, sir? I got you.
This is just normal every day, this kind of thermals.
Yeah, this is nothing. When you start hitting your head, that's where I'll be like, this is turbulence. What's this big building in front of us here?
That's a Walmart distribution center.
Okay. Are you beyond that too?
No.
No?
We're almost underneath me right now.
Okay. Go ahead, you can do some turns to see.
I'm just, this turbulence is, whatever it is, this is really not what I'm used to.
Makes it interesting.
Oh my goodness.
So go more left, straighten out the wings. There you go.
Hampton traffic, Super Cub, banner tow, southbound Route 1, west side of the field, Hampton traffic.
And Cessna 6835 hotel about 4 miles to the north.
So go ahead and make like a left turn.
Left?
Yep.
Downwind for 03 minute.
There you go. And just pull the stick back just a little bit. There. Yeah, this would be considered as light turbulence. This is, you know, this is like driving over a bumpy road. When you start hitting the potholes is when you want to be concerned.
Yeah. Shit.
There you go. Now start rolling out.
Field traffic, jump.
There you go. Keep going more right. Keep the wings level. There. So that right there, that was a thermal. Felt how like we got lifted up from behind?
Yeah.
That's what that was. See how quick we're climbing? We're on 500 feet a minute. So right now we're in the thermal, so it's going to drop out at some point. Just keep the wings level. We actually might be over the thermal that's coming off the roof of that Walmart distribution center.
Holy shit.
There we go. Now we're coming out of it. So you can feel it sinking back down.
If it's field traffic,
that was a pretty strong one.
Forward canopy over the field, 10,500
you've never been in one before.
Field traffic.
Usually I'm just putting my seatbelt on when I get the fastest seatbelt
right
sign from pilot.
Anytime you start flying like around, you know, cities and stuff that have really large parking lots, you're bound to find thermals off of those parking lots. That's why it was like almost once we hit the Walmart parking lot is when it started getting bumpy. It's just the rising air is just kind of going all over the place.
Right, all the asphalt heats up.
Yep. And same thing with like plowed fields. Plowed fields are good thermal creators as well.
We have a yellow airplane ahead of us, so we'll be landing after that. Minuteman.
Am I heading all right here?
Yep, yeah, heading's fine. We're just trying to go back towards the smooth air.
Yes. That's something you definitely got to get used to.
Yeah, and I mean like that, you know, we hope for that sort of turbulence when it's like winter time, you know, because the winter when the winds get pretty gusty, we get tossed around pretty good. Been a few times where I've left my seat, you know, and that's not really a fan of that. But the best times to fly are first thing in the morning when the ground's not heated up.
Right.
You know, and the winds are still calm. You know, this is still not